Hello everyone. Welcome to the part 3 session of web scraping NSE Option Chain data. We already had two sessions, part 1 and part 2, and each session is linked with the previous video. So I request if you are directly watching this video, it is better that you watch the previous video. I will provide the link of the old data, old session in the description box. So just a recap. In the first session, we have covered a basic web scraping to scrap the NSE options and data using Jupyter Notebook. In second session, we extended the same first session and we have formatted the output in a proper way, the way it looked like in the option chain website, but it is in a textual format and in the Jupyter Notebook. We will have a better presentation of the data going forward. Now, in this third session, we are going to build a command line utility to extract the data and display in command window in a text format, and it will provide the functionality like you can list all the expiry date, and based on the expiry date you can uh, you can display the option chain data. Fourth session will be extended a session 3 where we will add more functionality. Couple of them are like auto refresh of the data. For example, if we select the date, then it will be keep refreshing for a given time interval, and then we will provide some key control where through arrow key you can toggle between different expiry date. For example, if you press up and down arrow key, you will be keep navigating to a different expiry date. And further we will add more videos to have a much more content of the NSE option chain data web scraping. So let us move forward. So let us show you that one how this utility is going to work. So it will be like this. uh, we'll build a command line utility. Sorry. So for example, this is the utility name, Python. And if you press enter key, then it will give you the help actually here that if you give hyphen E option, it will show all the expiry dates. And if you give hyphen D and then expiry date, it will list the option chain data for this given expiry date. And rather than giving the expiry date, you can give the index of the expiry date also. For example, when you give hyphen E, let me show you that one. If I give hyphen E, so it will show you all the expiry date here. And if you want to display the data, option chain data, then you have a two option. One is if you press D and give the expiry date. For example, if you give 31st December like this, it will show you that option chain data. Or other option is if you don't want to type the date, you can give hyphen I. And if you see that one, for example, if you want to display the date of 27th June, then give the index 10 here, hyphen I, 10, and it will show you the data of 27th June 24. Today, okay, even we are stick to the symbol nifty. Going forward, we will just provide more option to display other the data for the other symbols as well. So in this program, we are going to see that one how to write this utility. Okay, so see, this is the program already I have written, and I will walk through this program. So to give you uh, a glimpse that one how this command and utility is written, I've already opened in the right hand side the Jupyter notebook from the session 2. And what I did actually, I took all the content from the session 2 and moved to the in the single Python file. But there is a minor change that I will explain you. So of course, the library and other things what we have exported not required here as of now. So these are the library which I have exported. And then what I did, see, this is the keys to exclude. If you remember the session 2, then I have just explained you that one. This option chain data, when we extract, it display a lot of the other content also, a lot of other keys also. which is in the dictionary format. If you see that one, it has so many things. Okay. Now, all these things are not required. As per the NSE website, we have certain fields to display. So what I did, I have taken a list of the array where I put all the keys which are not required, and we will exclude this one. So this variable I have taken on the top, option chain data variable also, this is a dictionary I have taken on the top, and then I converted rest of the things to a function, a little bit in the up and down format. But for example, this is a function to trim the decimal value. And I put here, actually, I have given some description also. You can read this description also in case if you want to have a better understanding. So this function is trim down the decimal value, decimal place. For example, if you do some calculation and the decimal value is coming to to 5 places, but you want to suppress this to only 2 places or 3 places, you can use this function. Okay. So I trim down to the only 2 places, and then uh, this is the function. See here, actually, I was sending the URL and headers, response.get this request, and then we get the response, and this response I was putting in the variable, and then I was converting this response to the JSON object file. So I, rather than like this one, I put everything in a one function where I'm passing URL, header, and TO is a timeout. This is a timeout value. And you can see that one inside one, it is the same thing. Response is equal to response.get, URL header is equal to H, URL header is equal to H, and timeout is equal to TO. And then everything is same. And then I'm returning this JO as a JSON object, which is this one. Okay. Now, next, if I come here, so if you see that one here, I was doing some refinement of the data. Uh, Please watch the part 2 and part 1 video. That is going to be really helpful for you, because if I start explaining everything, the length of the video will increase to anyhow. So just watch that video. So here, actually, what I was doing, that one, I was cleaning the output which was coming, and I was adding the some uh, dash where that value was null or there was no value. And see, this whole content I have moved here in the in a function. And then next, what I was doing, that one, I was creating a list of the uh, data where I was excluding all this key and everything which I've taken. This one keys I was excluding, and after excluding, I was putting all these values where there was null. I was putting dash and everything. So everything, this content, if you see that one, I have moved to the another function which is the create final OC matrix. Okay, and it has the same piece of the code. Okay, and now from here main function is starting. Now for option which I was showing you, that one I was putting -e -i extra. I use get opt library. So for example, if you are giving -e option, option E means you want to list only expiry date. So this means that one, I have taken a variable list expiry date as a false. And if you want to give index, if you want to display the data based on the index, I have taken this false variable, and index value is a none. Expiry date also I have taken here none. And symbol is equal to nifty is there. Actually, it is not required as of now. Okay, that is fine. So this is the URL and this is the header which was there already. If you see that one in the beginning, I told you that one I have moved little bit content up and down to make it in a program as a program, actually. So when I give the option, I'm parsing the option here. So if I'm not providing any option, then it is raising the exception. And in the exception, this is the help which I was showing you. Okay. So I was showing you this help here when I'm not providing. Sorry. So I'm not giving any option, then it is coming to the exception and it's providing this help. Now let us go to the top of the program again. here and the main content. That's how I'm parsing these content. Okay, so if I'm providing -e, this means I want to list expiry date. Okay, so the moment I give option E, then this variable list expiry date I'm putting as a true, and I will explain you that how I'm just taking this variable in use. Now, if I'm providing -d, then I need to check the expiry date also. So which I was showing you that one -d. After that, we provide the date. So if I'm giving -d, then argument of the date I'm taking an expiry date variable. And if it is -e, then I'm taking then ed by index. It means uh, expiry date I'm pulling based on the index. So I'm setting this variable is equal to true, and I'm taking what index is also given, like -e10. So this 10 I'm taking in IDT as an int. Okay, and if there is any other case, it will show a wrong option. Okay, let me remove this one also, not required. So once user provide all the option, okay, right way, then see what I used to do here. Um, I need to create a JSON object, this content, JSON object. So if you see that one, remember that one, we have written this function, create JSON object, similar to this one. So that I'm calling here, and I'm creating a JSON object. So this JSON object variable is here also providing the same content. And then data, again, I'm extracting here. If you see that one, this line, I'm taking data, and e-date is all the expiry date. This I'm taking here. So till now, we reached to this point. So e-date has all expiry date, data has all the data inside the record. And then see, if I have given option E, this means I wanted to list only expiry date. Then I'm checking this. If list expiry date means it is a true, then what I'm doing that one, this E date has a list of all the expiry date. So just I'm putting in a for loop, and I'm displaying that one. Okay, this is what it is showing here. This content. Okay, when I'm giving E, then it is just putting a for loop and showing that one. Else, if ed by index, if I have given -I, this means that one I want to display the data based on the index. Okay, then this means that one expiry date. Okay, ed is a list. This is a list. Then id is the idt is the index of the date which I've taken here. If I put in the list as an index, then I will get that expiry date. So if user is giving -d, then what is, if -d, then expiry date will come directly from the command line. But if it is -I, then I'm taking expiry dates based from the list of the expiry dates as per the given index. Okay. Now, once this is done, it is simple. I am see format OC data. The format OC data. This content I'm calling the function which I have written here. Format OC data, and from this data I'm generating the final list. So if you come here, see format OC data, and then I'm extracting the uh, this is the whole data. It contains the data for all the expiry date. Then I'm filtering the key or list, you can say that one, from here based on the expiry date. So OC data DT contains the data which is only for that particular expiry date, which I was doing here. See, OC data expiry date, which I was doing here. This is the reason I'm saying please watch this part 2. It will be going to be very helpful for you. So once this OC data is available here, then if you remember that one, this OC data contains CE and PE. And this CE I can extract by giving the index CE and PE. So this is the same thing. Rather than CE and PE, I just use another variable called data and put data. So I got this thing here. Okay. And then L final OC data, this content. Okay. I have created the function where I'm putting this call data and put data, and I'm just uh, creating this final list, and this list contained everything. So that's it. It is all the program actually. So now you see that when I'm putting this option so that Panda can display the full rows in output, and then I'm creating a data frame by giving this list which contains all this value. Let me extend this seed data, and this is all heading, and I'm adding the heading in the Panda data frame, and then I'm just simply creating that one. Okay, so actually I will add this symbol is giving error because I removed here. So maybe I can add symbol here. SYMPOL equal to NIFTY. So finally, once this data frame is created based on this list, I'm displaying the symbol, I'm displaying the expiry date, and then I'm displaying the data frame. And that is the program. So if you see that one, if I go back here again, if I'm giving -D, then I have to give some date. This is available. And if I give -I 0, then it will give the whole data for that particular expiry date, 09th February 2023. So this is a command line utility, which I wanted to show you that one. Next program is going to be a much better from this in a better tabular way, and I will provide some more functionality. Please keep watching and subscribe. I will give the code also. You can play with the code. I will give the GitHub link and request to subscribe the channel. Thank you very much.